give a speech, I don't think there's any way he'd be jumping out of a plane.
No! Oh, goodness, that's his one duty.
Oh, no, he was too nervous.
And bringing the rings.
He managed that bit all right. Not the speech.
That's a relief.
Yeah. The internet has a big part to play now in booking holidays. Is Mauritius good for DIY booking, or is it best to go for a tour operator or travel agent?
So we'd suggest maybe if you want to do some of your research, the internet is a fantastic tool for that respect, but we'd always recommend to go through a travel agent. They can offer you that on-the-spot expert advice and help you really create an itinerary that suits you and is tailored to your needs. So yeah, definitely travel agent all the way.
Okay. What would be the ideal length of time to visit, and do you have an itinerary you could recommend?
Again, the itinerary, I think that's really bespoke to your own choices. If you're interested in sort of romantic, you could do just a beach, the adventure side of things, or cultural or food. It really depends on your taste. But we'd suggest with any of those, even if you wanted a mixture of all three or however many different genres there, probably the optimum stay is around 10 to 14 days.
10 to 14 days. I'm just planning my diary for next year. And how do we find out more about Mauritius?
Okie dokie. So the best place for you to find out more is via the website, which is www.tourismmauritius.mu. So that's Tourism Mauritius with a dash in between.
Oh, with a dash. Tourism Mauritius. Yep. And everything you need to know is on there, is it?
It is indeed, yeah.
Thank you for explaining about the island. I just have one more question to ask. When's the next journalist trip then?
To be seen.
Thanks, Leanne. Thanks for your time.
Seclo Sounds is based at the Old Rectory, the home of our studio partner Interaction MK. They've been bringing arts to life in Milton Keynes for over 35 years. They use the arts to improve the life chances of disabled people and others in challenging circumstances through shared creative activity. These programs help participants to develop creative, personal and social skills. You can visit them at www.interactionmk.org.uk.
You can make comments about the show at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. If you've been to Mauritius, let me know what happened. Did you enjoy it? What did you go for? Was it a honeymoon? Was it a wedding? Was it just a chillax? Let us know. facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. And also share your pictures as well if you'd like, just to show us what a good time you were having. The same if you stayed at a Parkdean holiday camp, and if you volunteered as well. And I don't want to bore you with all the pictures of me cuddling animals, but there's quite a few on my own Facebook page. Facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show, all one word. And you can also use that to post requests about information you'd like to know more about in the world of travel, or destinations you would like covered on a future show. But now, travel news. So I'm going to start off with a story about English beaches, and it's from Keep Britain Tidy, and to be honest, their claims are a little bit, oh really? You'll find out what I mean in a minute. According to Keep Britain Tidy, England can now boast more blue flag beaches than Cyprus or Mexico. Well, considering the coastline the UK has, England has compared to Cyprus, that's hardly surprising, really. But there we go. It says that English beaches are now ranked in the global top 10 of blue flag beaches. The organisation announced that a total of 61 beaches, 4 more than last year, have achieved the international blue flag cleanliness standard. In addition, 111 English beaches have received the Seaside Award, which is Keep Britain Tidy's own seal of approval for beaches. Apparently, 2 of the country's most popular areas for holiday makers are Thanet in Kent and Cornwall, and they've achieved the most blue flags with 7 each. New recipients of the Blue Flag Award include Hunstanton, Maine. I went to Hunstanton once for the afternoon. The tide was out. It went out miles. That wasn't much of an afternoon out, but I'm sure it's lovely. Bridlington North and Ramsgate Main Sands. Torbay in Devon can claim the most seaside awards with a total of 10, closely followed by Cornwall with 9. Keep Britain Tidy's Coastal Award Manager Paul Todd said, "It's great to be able to celebrate another fantastic year for the Blue Flag and Seaside Awards. As an environmental charity, Keep Britain Tidy is committed to improving the quality of the places where people live, work and holiday. And these winners have proved their commitment to providing the best possible beaches for locals and visitors alike. The public is sure, if they visit a Blue Flag or a Seaside Award-winning beach, that they are going to be visiting one of the best beaches in the world. What do you think? Would you like to be on a beach in Cyprus, Mexico or England? Facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. Let me know. Last week I mentioned about ABTA and how many times they've helped travel agents when it comes to complaints. Here's a different take on the story. Well, not ABTA story, but the way that complaints are handled. A new study has revealed that holiday companies are the worst at blaming customers when things go wrong. Travel firms were found to be the worst at dealing with customer complaints, with 31% of respondents saying they had experienced operators refusing to apologise, accept responsibility or to help with problems. They were closely followed by the utility providers such as power, telecoms and water companies, where 26% of people reporting problems. Banks were at 21% and delivery companies at 20%. This survey questioned 1,000 consumers and found that the most 76% have been frustrated with business refusing to apologise when things go wrong with a product or service. And companies refusing to apologise is quite big news in the travel world this week. Almost half had an even worse experience than being told the problems were their fault when they tried to make what they consider legitimate complaints. When it comes to making a complaint, the telephone is still the most preferred method, favoured by 70% of the people in the survey. But bad telephone experiences often add to the frustrations of complaining customers, which I've had to deal with myself when I had to try and put in a complaint myself to a call centre. It didn't go well. The actual poll was done by answering service provider All Day PA, and it found that 68% of people had experienced problems with rude and unhelpful call handlers, while 55% said they had been frustrated with automated call menus when all they wanted to do was to reach somebody to speak to. Again, I had that this week with my complaint about my broadband as it goes. Spokeswoman for All Day PA, Sue Ratcliffe, said, "Understandably, companies don't want to accept blame for something that isn't their fault, but it's important to strike the right balance so that customers feel that you are listening and doing your best to help them. The key to this is training staff on how to deal with complaints, especially when customers are angry and are needing to let off steam." Have you had to complain to a travel company? How did it go? Was you happy with the response? Let me know. Facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show.
I'm Colin Price, and when I'm not touring the globe with some of the biggest names in rock, you can join me every Friday at 8 p.m. for Roadie Rocks. I'll be raiding the vaults for the very best in classic rock, bringing you stories from the road and joined by some very special guests. So join me, Colin Price, live from the Shed of Rock every Friday at 8 p.m. for Roadie Rocks, only on Seclo Sounds. Guaranteed no Bon Jovi.
Keep up to date with travel news by liking my page, facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. This is a story I have mentioned before, but it's a follow-on, so I'm going to talk about it again, because if it's true, it can be quite scary. The security researcher that was booted off a United Airlines flight last month had previously hacked into a plane's flight deck systems to momentarily alter its course. This is according to an FBI search warrant. Chris Roberts, who's a security researcher with One World Labs, told the FBI in February that he hacked the in-flight entertainment system and recoded the plane's thrust management computer, which allowed him to alter the plane's course. According to FBI Special Agent Mark Hurley, Roberts stated that he thereby caused one of the airplane engines to climb, resulting in a lateral or sideways movement of the plane during one of these flights. The special agent continued, he also stated that he used Vortex software after compromising, exploiting or hacking the airplane's networks to monitor traffic from the cockpit system. Roberts was taken off a United Airlines flight following a joke tweet about the security vulnerabilities and was questioned by FBI agents for several hours. Roberts told investigators that he had accessed in-flight systems on more than a dozen previous occasions between 2011 and 2014. However, some in the information security industry have expressed doubt about the claims. Alex Stamos, Chief Information Security Officer at Yahoo, said, "You cannot promote the idea that security research benefits humanity while defending research that endangered hundreds of innocents." Roberts, the alleged hacker, also told Wired magazine that the media attention had irked OneWorld's investors who have pulled out, resulting in half its workforce being laid off even, not laid out. So I'm not sure if this guy's trying to show everybody how dangerous in-flight systems can be if they're hacked, or whether he's making it up. But what do you think? Do you think this is a problem? Do you want airlines to do more to prevent anybody hacking in the system? Let me know. Facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. I was at Luton Airport earlier today, and there were people taking selfies of themselves walking through the airport. I've done it myself. I've enjoyed taking selfies, but apparently people using selfie sticks are getting more and more a hard time around the world. Back in March, museums across the USA started to ban selfie sticks, and that was followed by Lollapalooza, Wimbledon even, Churchill Downs, all banned the sticks, all citing safety issues, declaring them a nuisance, or both. And because of that, they're not welcome at certain attractions. I think in Paris as well they're banned. But now the House of Mouse has joined the group of places that are banning the selfie sticks. Disney has announced last week by placing signs outside the Magic Kingdom's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, even, and Space Mountain in Orlando, Florida's Disney World, and front of the Big Thunder Mountain Railway in California's Disneyland, saying that selfie sticks are not allowed. But unofficially, selfie sticks have been banned on rides for some times, in deference to what should be obviously safety reasons. If you're on a coaster or something, you don't want to be sticking a 2-foot pole out. Enforcement was limited to a reminder to guests from cast members. Cast members are what they call the people who work in the park, if you're not aware of that. But after several incidents in which rides needed to be stopped due to selfie sticks, Disney felt a stronger approach was warranted, which is the signs. Disney said that the signs are just a continuation of our communication efforts at a few key attractions. Where would you like to see selfie sticks banned, or do you like them? Do you own one? I don't have one myself yet, but I'm sure the way I am, I'll probably get myself one sooner or later. But what do you think? Facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. I don't do many and finally stories, but and finally, an airline passenger stripped naked in protest because his flight was overbooked. According to witnesses at Charlotte Douglas International Airport in North Carolina, the man was trying to board a US Airways flight to Jamaica. Airport security staff surrounded the man as he started to strip, but he stood naked on the concourse for about an hour before being taken away by police. According to an airport employee, the man was angry over his flight. Charlotte Mecklenburg police confirmed that they responded to a disturbance call where a male was suffering with a mental issue, and this was according to a report in the Daily Mail. I've been upset even at airports, but I doubt I'll strip naked. Are you the sort of person who would? Facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show, and let us all know. And that's the end of travel news. Well, thanks for listening to the show, and do please join me next time on the John Guinn Travel Show on setclosesounds.org, where each week I'm checking it out before you check in.
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture and much more to 84,000 people every month. Plus news, views and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse, and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk. MK Pulse and Seclo Sounds, the heart and soul of